there too. Patita Pavana. Where we're going to today, which is the Gundicha temple, and it's told it's like a journey to Vrindavan. Jagannath is going to Vrindavan. So this is the big festival every year. So we are not allowed in the temple because we are not Hindus as such. And so Jagannath, he comes out to give darshan to everybody. So everybody can see him, make some offering to him and everything. It was worth the walk. We didn't take any rickshaw. We've come by foot.
Yes.
And we are underneath an auspicious tree, right outside the Gundicha temple.
Let's wait for the
Without consciousness, what can be done? Without consciousness, nothing exists. If there's no consciousness, then what's there?
Krishna.
Yep. That's from Guru Maharaj. Yeah. No, it is from Guru Maharaj. For instance, giving donations when Devaki and Vasudeva gave birth to Krishna. Devaki gave birth to Krishna. And Vasudeva, he wanted to give so many donations, so many gifts to the Brahmanas and to this, that and the other. So he did by mind because he's in a jail, he's in prison, he can't do it. But when he came out from the jail, then he did do it. When he got the opportunity. I've already done that. This main road, that you said, such a big road, the biggest road I've seen in India.
Yes.
This big road is ancient. It is a route that the deities come on giant chariots. Baladev, Subhadra and Jagannath. And the English word Jagannath comes from this Jagannath festival because they are giant chariots. They make them every year by hand from wood. And they start on a particular day. There are ceremonies for everything. And we have seen them being made. I've seen them making the wheel. And it's not using measuring sticks and some template. They've been doing this since they were children, learning from their father how to do it. And they're just with a chisel and a mallet. And they're making from the tree trunks. They're bringing the tree trunks, and we've seen them carrying the tree trunks also. How you put like 10, maybe more, probably 10, 20 men at the front, 20 men at the back, and they strap with cloth underneath, and they're carrying the tree. And then they have a whole ceremonies, but they make the new carts every year. And then they stand outside the temple, they're decorated. And all this is on a time scale because they start on a certain date, and then, of course, everything must be finished in time for the Ratha Yatra. And so the Ratha Yatra is the day, the Yatra of the Rath, the cart, Ratha Yatra. So they start at the Jagannath temple, which is considered to be an opulent place, like Dwaraka. It is sometimes said like Dwaraka, sometimes like Kurukshetra, but it is opulent place, the Jagannath temple. But every year, then the Lord, he wants to come to the simple, peaceful life of Vrindavan. He wants to get away from home and have a holiday. So he comes to Vrindavan by coming down this road to this temple, the Gundicha temple. And we can get a view from inside the gate, and no need to try to photograph. It doesn't matter, just can see ourselves. But this is all very ancient, the walls around the temple, everything. And there are gardens here, and then there's a temple inside, which during the year doesn't have any deity. It is waiting for Jagannath to come. And every year, the day before the Jagannath Ratha Yatra, that festival, then there is a special day called the Gundicha Marjan, the cleansing of the Gundicha temple. And thousands of people come to throw water, to clean it, and take out the big dirt, the smaller dirt, the finer dirt, and to make it a suitable place for the Lord to come to sit. And then this festival, this is the culmination is Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra coming here. They actually go, this is the main entrance. They go in through the main entrance, but they generally take 2 days to make that journey that we took just now. Because the cart goes, stops, and even the starting isn't early because there's a lot of ceremony. So what time Jagannath actually sets off moving is not necessarily so early. So often some way along the way, 1 or 2 or all of the carts stop. Some make it all the way here, and generally they will wait outside. This area now looks like a bus stand or something. It's all clear. Nobody's here except the whole road is clear. All those stalls, nothing is there. It's all open, and they come here. They wait outside on their cart, and so I can say very happily I've been here with Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaja, and we've been with the deities here, and halfway, I've been with the deities about halfway one time when they came, and we drove to where the policeman was at the roundabout. You saw the policeman with instead of a light, the light saying go and stop, he hangs over the edge, the sign that says, they say go.
Underneath is stop, and he puts the go over.
It doesn't say go, I think it says drive or something like that. It says proceed in green. Then he takes it off and then it says stop. So, anyway, but there we came, we drove to there and then turned the other way. Still the deity had not reached that point, the deities. And drove Gurudev, and Gurudev having darshan very happily. And being here with Gurudev having darshan very happily. Just with us, with a few devotees. And in the day, there's so many people. Gurudev is not going into the crowd. And what our devotees usually do is, some they will go in the crowd without any mobile phone or money or anything valuable on you, go into the crowd, and then they try to pull the rope, to help to pull the rope, but everybody wants to pull the rope, so there's a lot of competition. So they try, but actually our devotee groups, they in advance rent rooftop and all the way along there, and then you rent, and they already by arrangement they put some sunshade and chairs and everything, and then you can watch. And you can watch on TV also.
Yes. Streaming on your internet.
It's now all over this year. Where were we? We were watching it.
Yes.
This last year, I think we were I think I was in Tom's in Siberia.
Remember there was one time Gurudev was watching it from Calcutta. And then the video went on some of our devotees who were in one of the
Chaitanya Mohi from Italy, from Brazil, and some others there.
Really?
They're eating something.
And then did you call them?
Yeah, I called them. Because Gurudev, seeing our devotee camera, then national television, and they're showing his broadcasting throughout the day. But the TV cameras, they get a bit bored sometimes when nothing's happened, so they're looking for some scenery.
Did you say Gurudev wants to know what you're eating?
Yeah, exactly. And then Gurudev saw them and they're eating, and Gurudev sitting there. I'm sitting with Gurudev watching. He said, what are they eating? And I said, Gurudev, I'm not sure. And then, what are you eating? And then they're all,
What's supposed to be
that's so funny.
Yeah. That was from his new veranda, so it would have been 2009. 2009 Ratha Yatra. We know, we can pinpoint it to the year.
That was it.
You were there too. Not many of us were there. Me and you, yes. And Jamuna Priya.
That wasn't that moment when you called. I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't? Anyway, every devotee who comes here has some very special memories of Ratha Yatra, and now you next Ratha Yatra, when you see on the calendar, oh, Ratha Yatra, you search on the internet and look for live stream Ratha Yatra.
Oh, yeah.
And then look and see. And you'll find 2 or 3 sites are doing it.
Yeah, let's do
It
it.
goes for a couple of days.
And the best one to do is not the one with the English commentary, but get the one with the Tamil or Telugu commentary, because then you don't understand what they're saying. It's better. I promise you it's better.
Launching mine throughout the day. This time. Mostly spend time in Goswami Maharaj.
Oh, yes.
And with
the
a short
crowds?
break for rest.
Not up on the roof.
Yeah, we keep it on pretty much.
Really?
Things start
Did you pull the rope?
I pulled the rope in the past. You've done it, right?
I've touched the rope.
Touched the rope. Yeah, I know, yeah. What actual force we're able to exert pulling it. But in the very early days, we definitely did. And that day is usually hot, and they have fire engines in there, with the hose spraying. The people are very happy. That's another good reason not to take your phone. But it's a happy day, and there are various pastimes. And as Abhinava Prabhu was explaining, that year when Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was born, they could not move the chariot. They even had elephants coming to try to move the chariot. Strong people. They won't move. Then they, it's okay, rest and everything. Then when many people are there, but when the crowds died down, then Bhaktivinod Thakur said, just wait till here's the chariot, it's very peaceful. Let's take our little boy out for darshan. And so he was there for a while. And then after that, then easily the chariot continued.
A similar pastime happened during Mahaprabhu time.
Really?
Stopping, the chariot stopping and not moving. And then they tried everything, and King Prataparudra, he was in front of the chariot sweeping the road with the broom, the king himself. So immediately he says, bring the elephants. They brought all the elephants, horses, all the power, everybody is pulling, not moving an inch. Then Mahaprabhu, he goes behind the chariot, he touches the chariot with his forehead and slightly pushes, and the chariot goes very easy. So everybody witnessed that miracle.
And then he comes inside here. We cannot see anymore, but he stays here for a few days. And then they have so much pastime inside here. But this is very gentle Vrindavan style, non-opulent pastimes. And then after that, he's had his holiday. But during this time, Lakshmi Devi, because Lakshmi is the concept, you read Lakshmi Narayan, and Lakshmi, she is staying in the temple. And Jagannath took permission, I'll come back soon. But he comes here, and then Lakshmi Devi, after a little while.
It is said that she is already suspicious. Why is he going there? She hears something. It's impossible not to hear about gopis. So where he's going, she's very suspicious. And you're gonna say, why you worry about it? I'm just visiting. My brother is coming, my sister is coming, so legit. No problem there. And then like Maharaj said, not coming back after a few days, she's getting worried.
So she comes from the temple, she comes out and she comes here. And then there's a whole pastime where the servants, the pandas, the servants of Lord Jagannath, some of them, they're very strong guys. You will see when you see some video or something of that. They're pulling, they're doing their seva. They're all big, strong people and they're carrying them out. But Lakshmi Devi comes with her lady servitors, and they come and they chastise them with so much, lady to big man maybe, but getting an earful. And they even tie them up and give them some abuse.
It's also said that she puts her best clothing, all her jewelry,
to attract.
full of because she's thinking, he's staying there for so long. What is so attractive about those damsels of Raja? Am I less attractive to him? That's why she puts all these beautiful dresses and jewels and servants. Shows up on the elephant.
So it's all sorts of things take place before the time comes when inevitably every holiday comes to an end. and then we have to go home. So then the Ratha Yatra comes the other way from here back to the Gundicha, back to the main temple of Lord Jagannath. And all this time Mahaprabhu is involved in this. Mahaprabhu, he arranged Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita. We read beautiful descriptions. He is arranging the different groups of mridanga players, kartal players, singers, dancers in 7 different groups in front of Jagannath. Like we said just before, at Indradyumna Sarovar, they do dancing and singing for the pleasure of the Lord. And for the pleasure of Jagannath, Subhadra, he's arranging these groups. He is singing and dancing, and he even joins in each of those groups, and they think he's only with us, but he's in every group simultaneously. So it's a wonderful festival since time immemorial. There's no measuring.
And with the carts they use, then they disassemble them and
They do.
and they make a completely new.
Yep. And then people, they want to get some part of that cart and they keep it as a great souvenir, great treasure.
Wow.
It's actually refined.
So you guys close. When I said probably some king's got it in his backyard.
Yeah, it surprises me. They do it all over again.
Oh, they do. It's amazing.
They are enormous.
So where we are...
As big as that tree.
Probably the tip of it will be, yeah.
Oh, I think taller than that tree.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And
yes, taller than the
Mahaprabhu, he
tree.
comes here and personally cleanses the temple
With his own devotees.
with his own devotees, and so I mean it's a fantastic festival. There's a whole chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita
Oh.
in details describing.
And he's using his devotees to clean.
Praising devotees who collected the most dust, and devotees collecting the dust in the piles, and Mahaprabhu personally examining. And those who collected less, he's telling those devotees who collected more to teach them how to collect properly, to clean properly. And it's going on. And then after that, everything is spotless, and then they all go to take bath in Indradyumna Sarovar, and they're having this wonderful pastime. I hope Maharaj will read. We can just read about it. It's mind-blowing.
Wow.
Sporting in the waters of the Sarovar.
Did they bathe in that one that we
No,
just
down here, we're going to go there.
Another lake.
The big lake.
There's a bigger one.
Bigger or not, they are both without dimension.
Yes, yes.
And that's there's a place when, is that the same when Mahaprabhu came down and all the Brahmanas were acting like children? And
Yeah, well, I mean, his personal parshas were acting like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya.
Yeah.
He's talking to Gopinath Acharya, actually, Mahaprabhu on the shore. They say, what happened with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya? He's like child.
Is that
Gopinath is
this here?
answering. That must have been because you give him some special mercy. And then Nityananda fighting with Advaita Acharya, all those things. Ramananda, Swarup Damodar, splashing water, having fun.
But that was this
Indradyumna
at that
Sarovar.
time, or is this
After Gundicha
After
cleansing. It's at the end of the chapter.
Anyway, where we are, many, many wonderful things are taking place right here.